Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Today we'll be continuing with our career playthrough as we go through the contracts for any kind of global record that pops up. And today's contract is to go on an orbital spacewalk near Kerbal. So that really shouldn't be too tough. We're going to start building the Steel Jackal Games Mark 13 here now. And you know what we should do actually? We should send up a bunch of Kerbals. Let's send up all of them actually, because sending Kerbals into orbit is a really good way to give them skill points that make them more effective. And putting them on little missions like this can actually really go a long ways towards making your scientists, engineers, pilots better. So I think this bit of a joint training exercise between our four Kerbals, but Jebediah, Bill, Bob, and Valentina will actually be a wonderful little exercise, both in teamwork and I suppose space, because none of the other Kerbals have actually been up to space yet, have they? We're going to slap on 2 drogue chutes here to slow us down, because this is going to be considerably heavier than other crafts. We're also going to pop on 2 radial parachutes there, just because I don't want any of these lovelies to die. Will I bring science with me? I actually can because I'm a scientist, so that's actually a really good thing to note. Is that if I just slap on some storage containers here, I can add a bunch, I can add a whole module dedicated to experimentation in orbit, and then I can have the scientist run all these experiments, store an experiment in each little hatch, and then we'll be away with it. It'd be great. So how am I going to do that? You know what, first things first, we should design what our lander can is going to look like. So, tell you what, I'm going to pop some actual decent legs on it. Hopefully I will be allowed to pop some decent legs on it. Alright. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to move these little fellas here first. I'm going to pop the legs on, because they're the things that really matter. And these can go wherever, really. Just keeping them lower is better, because that lowers my center of gravity. Let's start you retracted as well. Yeah, those are the proper landing legs. Those are the ones you want to bring on any major trip. Am I going to want to bring a stabilizer? I'm always tempted to. I might do. Actually. This might be a really good time to start using structure. Right. Okay. Do I have... Where would it be? Ah, here. Service bay. Lovely. So I'll slap a service bay on here, and I'll put the legs on the service bay. Or rather, I hope I can. I don't have any ladders, do I? I don't believe I do. So, right. I'll need to be a little bit careful, but look, practicing caution is an important part of being in space in general anyway, so nothing lost. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna bother. It's adding way too much complexity to something that really doesn't need to be overly complicated. So I am just going to avoid it. These guys don't need to be sheltered. They're already quite tough to begin with. So leaving them on the exterior there is fine. And we're going to have no problem building a rocket that's tough enough to actually bring them into orbit. So yeah, no point worrying about them. Pop a stack separator on there. Then I'm also going to want to grab the Science Junior. That's really what's instrumental to this particular little mission here, because we can jettison this after we take all the science off it. And on this guy, we are going to pop, yeah, 4 of you for symmetry, or no. You know what? No, let's just keep it simple, keep it safe. Another one of you here, and then one of you fellas here. So that's every single scientific bit of apparatus I have access to. And then our beloved scientist is going to have to come out of, I believe, this part. You know, I could probably swap him around here just to make life easier. Yeah, Bob can go in the bottom one there. Pretty sure that's where Bob will be. Bob is our resident scientist. He's an expert at making sure experiments can be refitted and practiced again. So he'll be good for collecting data off the Science Junior up above. If we had a ladder, he might be able to do even more of that actually, but you know what? It might actually not hurt to go and hop into the science building. We're going to quickly save that there. Instead of launching that, we are going to go to the research and development sector. Now, we have a bit of science knocking around, and we have access to basic ladders. The hitchhiker storage container is good then. But it's quite heavy. It's very heavy. In any event, it is a prerequisite of the better ladders, so we kind of have to take it. Oh, well, I can't get the better ladders now. Oh, the mobile processing lab would be right there. That's actually what my original plan for this episode was to get this up and running. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that as well. So, tell you what, we will put up a low Kerbal orbit science run, and then we will pick up that particular gadget. All right, that's the plan. That's the plan. So we're gonna do 2 flights today. Where is my ladder? Ladder. We're gonna do 2 flights today. One that is purely. Oh God, can you actually use that? Yeah, hopefully so. We're gonna do 2 flights. One that will send up just a science module that will have a scientist recover, and then another that will actually collect new science from high Kerbal orbit. I say new science; it'll just be new in terms of this science junior guy that I haven't actually been using in any missions prior to this. So that'll be exciting. And then yeah, just go on an orbital spacewalk near Kerbal. Easy peasy. Right, and that's actually the entire science module design there. And we're going to want to tack on some batteries just for ease of use. The answer is yes. Let's pop on 2 fellas here. Not an issue. As for solar panels, yeah, 4 of you guys here. Wrong button. There we go. Now 4 of you guys here. Okay, grand. So we will have power as well coming in. Right, and then that just leaves the rocket. I'm going to leave that there for now, but maybe it's important that I change from that at some point. We're going to slap this on. It's not very aerodynamic, I do know that, but if I just want to quickly put on a Poodle engine, that is the best I can possibly hope for. Because if I look at this engine in, where is it? In vacuum. Yeah, that's a lot of delta V right there. And that's pretty much all we're going to need in that stage to make sure we get into orbit and we can get back out again. Because as I say, this is just a run to get up there, to do this contract, and then we can start setting up our own lab. So, do I have any larger decouplers? I still do not. That's fine. We can work off a thin one there for the time being. I'll grab a bigger fuel tank, and I will throw on a skipper engine. How does that work at sea level, actually? That's what I'm wondering. Not great. We can use some boosters. Thankfully, we have access to some pretty frickin' awesome boosters in the kickback. Yeah. Enormous towers that will be very, very handy for getting us well away from Kerbal. So, you and you are going to pop on some delta winglets just because they are very good for aerial control. I'm going to pop on some other winglets just up here to make sure that everything falls off the way it's meant to. That's what I'm after. Yeah, so as long as these guys... Yeah, I just want these boosters to fall away safely. And sometimes winglets help with that, especially on the longer guys like this. So, what am I missing? Am I missing anything? Parachute issues. Cannot transmit science. Unused monopropellant. Okay, I don't really care about the monopropellant, but... Yeah, parachute issues. Is that parachute issues resolved now? No? Alright, okay. No, it's just saying that the command pods here, the 3 pods I've attached below the cockpit, aren't actually equipped with parachutes themselves, so that can be a little dangerous, but thankfully we've got them all attached to the main command unit, which is where Jeb will be piloting the craft from. Are any other events here an issue? Cannot transmit science. I might pop a transmitter out of this just to be safe. I don't need to. I really don't. But like, what's the harm in it, you know? How do I rotate you? There we go. Oh my goodness. There we go. Right, that should be fine. That should be fine. Not too intrusive. It's not a pretty ship. In fact, it's honestly one of the uglier ones I've created. But look, it should fly right, and it should get the job done. Right, it's jiggling. That's always something you want to see in your spacecraft. Is an adequate amount of jiggle physics. God, this looks awful. Oh well. Well, look, the entire crew seems to be having a good time. Well, I'm conducting material study now, I suppose. Actually, you know what I will do? I'll revert the flight, we'll go back to launch, and I'll just see if, like, the ladder works. Right, okay, evidently you're having a good time. Now, Bob, would you mind... Hatches are obstructed. Okay, hatches are obstructed. Looks like we're not going to be having a gander at things whilst the... Why is it spinning? Oh god. We're not going to be really having a look at things whilst the boosters are attached, but that is fine. It was spinning because it didn't have ASS on. Or SAS, rather. Oh boy. That's got a lot of momentum to it. Probably the price I'm paying for not bringing any more specific control, if you get me. Oh, I'm trying to recorrect my course here now. I didn't bring like any, oh, what are they called again? Reaction wheels. There we go. So there's no like internalized momentum control. That's all just purely aerodynamic actually at the moment. Yeah, and for some reason that's causing a tilt. I don't. It could be some of the parts I've attached. It was. I will admit this is a fairly asymmetric craft as it goes. Oh, okay. Well, this is problematic, and I think the spinning is probably the main reason why I think it's so problematic. Now, fall away gently. 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 We are a professional space organization. We are a small indie space organization. Wow, that actually worked out perfectly for some reason. How's our AppWapsis looking? We've done it. I can't believe we've actually done it, but look, it's happened. Now my question is, we're still in atmosphere, so I'm going to transfer this data here. We're going to remove the data. I'm assuming all this other science is like, yeah, well documented. Fair enough. I mean, we've been here a lot, so that's fair. Now, what I really want to do is have our good friend Bob here jump out of the craft and quickly patch that up. That would be ideal. For our braver man. Yeah, can you go down here, no problem? Lovely. We can restore the experiment. You can conduct the material study. You can take the science. You can board. I should probably achieve orbit before I start messing around with it too much. But yeah, that's basically what we're going to be doing here. And actually, it's interesting. The scientists had the first moonwalk, which I personally like. Okay, we're gonna get started now. This is a very powerful engine, so like we shouldn't have much of an issue, kind of like getting the desired AppWapsis out. So we'll just accelerate perfectly horizontally to the surface of Kerbal, and that'll help bring up a nice orbit sooner rather than later. Now make sure that I can transfer, collect all. Okay, cool. That should be fine. As for observing Mr. Goo, again, well documented in this space. The temperature should be the same. Yep. Yeah, and the pressure as well. Yeah, okay. Nothing huge, which is why building the lab, the Skylab over Kerbal won't be a huge thing either. Eventually we will be able to attach extra modules to like throw up new scientists. But yeah, definitely having the Science Junior as part of that instrumentation will be really, really good. Okay. Yeah, keeping our maximum acceleration at the AppWapsis, by the way, is like the key to having this work correctly. So keeping our little craft here at the Apoapsis is how we're going to continue to have an orbit that is quite appreciable. As you can see from this little green line here, by the way, we are like currently connected. We still get reception, basically. We still have like internet connectivity with respect to home base, because I always consider this like particular shaped landmass like to be Africa. Oh, okay, this is technically in orbit now. Lovely. We have pretty good cell reception from all the way up here. It means we can access CurbNet and everything like that. Where is it? No, it's ComNet, my bad. And the signal strength is only enhanced when we deploy our antennas. Okay, lovely. So, going to quickly change the orientation of our craft to be, let's say, antipolar. There we go. Because this ensures that, oh boy. This ensures that no matter where we are in space, we will always have access to sunlight, taking up a polar or antipolar orbit. I just took this one up because I was like drifting towards it anyway. Yeah, and our solar panels, yep, we are receiving direct sunlight, which is good. How is our energy doing? Yep, our electricity is absolutely fine, completely full. Grand. So, I'm going to ask my scientist to go back out here and do a little bit of work. Well. Right, well, space is disorienting in general. So we're going to restore this. We're going to conduct the study. We're going to take new data. And we are going to... Can we store it in here? Can we not? Okay, I'm pretty sure it's R to activate the EVA pack. Oh, god damn it. Right, okay. So I now know what kind of controls we're using here. That's fine. It's unfortunate the ship is oriented in a little bit of a difficult way, but we'll be grand. So, did I actually collect that experiment? That's my question. You know what, I'm just gonna grab that to make my life easier. I didn't even collect the data. Okay, cool. We're gonna restore that, and whilst that's restoring, yeah, we'll be able to store the experiment there. Grand. And then, remove helmet. That seems like a bad idea. That seems like an awful idea. So maybe I'll go have Bill do it. Okay, we'll keep that experiment as well. And we will collect that data. And now we kind of need to go and pop it somewhere else, don't we? So, quick RCS activation there. Nice and stable. Now we should be able to store it in this container, no problem. We have indeed. Lovely. Oh, look at that silhouette just against the sun. It's so dark in space. Okay. Like the shadows are very, very potent. Because, you know, all the starlight's wonderful, but you have very singular point sources of light. Oh, the mind boggles, as they say. We're gonna collect this data here. Yeah. And then we should be able to go around to one more module, and store that last bit of data here. This is a finicky looking thing, by the way. You probably gathered it from the fact that I am not very good at it. Okay, lovely. And so that should be everything stored. We can check the status. Did we just go behind the planet? Oh, that's dark. That's dark and spooky. Okay, but we should... Oh, Jesus. I went ahead and messed with the camera there. My bad. I can barely see a thing. Yeah, that's where I need to go, though. Right. We're going to get back on. Gosh, I sure am glad that we got around before everything started going awful. Yeah, that is just full-on darkness. We warp back towards the sun. There we go. So, store data 2, store data 1, store data 1. Okay, lovely. And that is technically everything we can observe here. We can probably take some crew reports as well. I'm going to just quickly ask all my Kerbals here to go on EVA, just so they get the practice. Lovely job. Actually, no, give me an EVA report. Space just above Kerbin's water. Okay. Lovely. So it actually, we'll get different EVA reports depending on where we are situated. Okay. Okay, this would be the mountainous region, right? Bill, what can you tell me about this place? EVA report. Mountains. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. And then, Valentina, would you be able to give us a... Oh. Is this a different biome here, then? Oh. The Kerbin grasslands. Alright. And then we're about to hit the deserts, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's actually where Bob's going to do our last little EVA here. Oh. The highlands. You know what we're going to actually have Bob do? We're going to have him store that experiment, and we're going to have him just wait a little bit to see if we get over the deserts. Yeah, there we go. Right, okay, so he took 2 EVA reports there. That is actually a really, really good haul. I'm actually wondering, should I maybe leave that for the lab? Because the lab will produce more science out of any information we collect. Yeah, I think I said I refrained from taking the EVA reports, actually. I think I said I'd refer from taking EVA reports until I actually put up science lab. So you know what we'll take all that new information. We don't want to process it right now, guys. We're gonna put up a lab specifically to process it. And that's who's gonna be taking care of it. So we're gonna keep the materials study. Actually, should we even? Because we need some science to come back. Okay, so we gotta keep the materials study whilst flying a Kerbin. But the space near Kerbin is so valuable. We'll keep that. We will throw out the EVA reports, though. Okay, because we need the science to actually purchase the lab as well, so we can't go home completely empty-handed. Right, that's that taken care of. Now I think we can safely eject from this orbit. I don't mean to separate stage right away, but we can just very quickly take our orbit down, kind of gently, and hopefully come to a nice conclusion. What's our periapsis at now? Okay, let's see how we do from this orbit then. And again, if it's not great, we can bring the orbit down even further because we do have a big heavy engine on us. So our landing is going to be quite gentle, I think, all things considered. Oh, where's that antenna going? I want to retract this quickly because we are so close back to Kerbin now that the atmosphere could prove problematic in the wrong circumstances. How far do I have to zoom out to see the sun again? Quite a good bit. We are very, very like opposite the sun. A night landing. Probably could have chosen something better, but oh well. By the way, this also like shows you the importance of bringing lights in your ship, just so you can like have your Kerbals move around safely. It's actually such a big deal. We are picking up speed as we drop into the lower Kerbin orbit, but that's fine. It's to be expected. Yeah, as long as we get our apoapsis to drop down, we'll be coming in fine. So it's a non-issue at that point. The biggest problem now is just kind of waiting for it to happen. I don't think we'll have any issue with slowing down. And you know, hopefully, we actually will manage to land during the day. I'm gonna try and have us land during the day. That would be ideal. But I will say that I don't necessarily want to land in the ocean because recently, when we've been playing Kerbal Space Program together, it's always been a case of, oh wow, we are sinking into the ocean, and Kerbal Space Program submarine version is very, very strange like that. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to be coming down in this orbit. It's mostly a case of where at this point. It's looking like it might be It's looking like it's probably going to be ocean, guys, if I'm being realistic with you. There's just some satellite that I've crashed in the ocean there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's well underwater as well. I don't know why, because everything used to be super buoyant. But now it's more a case of, I know what we'll do, lads. We will just out and out. We will just out and out sink, and it'll take 10 minutes. It'll take 10 minutes of Will's life. Oh. Speaking of Will's life, actually, I'm starting up my master's now at the moment, and that's pretty exciting. Looking at societies to join and stuff. Should be good crack. Actually, it's weird. I joined the Tabletop Gamer Society, and and I was like recognized by my name and maybe my profile picture. I suppose because it's in my college, so like that's probably where I'm going to get seen mostly. Because I do like post things on my personal stuff as well to try and I suppose spread what I'm doing. Oh, hello. Are we actually going to come down way faster than I thought? Ah, we're on fire. That would also contribute, I suppose. I had no idea of like what our actual status was here. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. Yeah, I'd love to come down over the land. Ah, yes, that's looking like what it'll be. And Jeb is doing a wonderful job controlling that descent. Got ourselves some drogue shoots as well. Gosh, we're coming in fast though. There we go, there's the drogues. And then our other parachutes should be able to handle that, and we'll deploy our landing gear as well, just to be sure. That was actually a very, very clean mission. Actually, I might bring down the time as well, just to grab... who's most likely to live? I say Valentina. But we'll grab a quick EVA report here. And we're going to have you deploy your own parachute, if that's alright. Yeah. So we've done that before. When do I want this to activate? Pretty much as soon as reasonably possible. Yeah, okay, that craft is going to land no problem. But if I'm straight up having this Kerbal. My actual ship survived, yeah? Well, here's hoping, I suppose. You can remove your helmet as well. There we go. And there we go. We're good to like kind of control our descent a bit more now. Just gotta make sure that we like roll back towards the actual craft properly. It has landed now, yeah. I was pretty sure it was gonna like land itself basically. Don't think it's even landed yet. Yeah, it's not. Okay. We're still a good bit off the ground. Don't know about smacking into those necessarily. Oh boy, that was close. Okay. Wow. I rarely go parachuting, but I just want to see if I could grab an extra bit of EVA information. And I'm quite sure the pilots... I feel like all of them have to have parachutes, but I know the pilots definitely do. So I was just deciding to be like, hey, let's go see what we can do. And then worst case scenario, we have someone parachute back. Yeah, that craft is going to deploy just fine. Don't like the way the feet are angled, actually. I'd want to do something about that if I were like relaunching the ship, but after this guy lands, we're going to actually go and get ourselves a proper science lab, and we're going to go put one up. A big old ISS-like looking thing. We're probably going to have it be like... Probably going to run some stuff in low Earth orbit. Or low Kerbal orbit, and then move it to a higher orbit to take on more science. But it's gonna need a lot of specialized building, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay. And there's no real way that I will actually be getting back on this craft as well either. So look, I might as well just speed it up. Oh god, that's That's kind of crazy. Maybe 2 times speed is enough. Where is my actual craft now? Okay, that's landed safely. That's good. That's good. Okay, and then bring it into a small spiral here. Is a nice way to land on our craft. Well, honestly, that was a cleaner landing than oh, we can take a surface sample as well. Don't mind if I do. That was a better landing than Jeb's was the other day. Can I take an EVA report here? No, I cannot. Can I jump? No, that's actually a window I just smacked my head off of. But if I could grab, like... If I could figure out a point to actually store these samples on, I could just take a bunch of them nice and quick. Right, I don't think I'm going to be getting away with that, to be fair. Nicely done. Just move back a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to turn around and use my mad ups. Oh, I saw the grab prompt there. Oh, come here. Come here. We'll get this. There we go. Now you know what we can do. We can take a couple samples. Oh, we can also plant a flag. That'd be cute. You know what? Let's just actually maybe not right here. This is kind of where I need to jump. Oh well. Site name: Grassland Sample 1. Plaque text: no thank you. Is it like windy or something out? Is my character getting blown all over the place? Let's take another surface sample. I think 4 is the surface size requirement here. Store experiments there. It's grand. My little back. That's fine. Take another surface sample. Pretty sure we can store it in all cockpits as well. Oh, mind your footing. Pretty sure we can store it in all the cockpits as well, so we don't actually need to like get in and do some other finagling here. Don't think we do anyway. Yeah, we can store experiments in all the lander cans. Lovely. And then one more Valentina, and we will actually be done with this here. Still good to pick up extra science where you can. That's just all I'm doing here. Making sure that I have all the extra science required. Oh, you're doing a big spin now. No need for that. No need for the theatrics. Right. We'll get you in here, I believe it was? Or are you in here? There we go. Cannot board a full module. Whoops. Alright, okay, I'll just store it here then. Whoops, my bad. Cool, and let's go. Right, and that's everyone. We can recover the vessel. No problem. Right. Huh. Oh, excuse me. Oh, 63 science earned. Wonderful. Okay, and that levels everyone up. Sweet. So guys, that was actually a super successful mission there. I might split this up into 2 parts actually. Just like record this guy here, like getting all that, and then next time, yeah, let's leave it to next time actually. Let's keep these a little bit shorter. Next time we will put up our very first Skylab. Alright guys, so thank you very much for joining me. Take care and goodbye. Reconstruct teleport. Oh yes, that is easily one of the best upgrades for a teleportation heavy build. Add a crew teleporter on the same station. Oh guys, this is a blessed run right here. This looks like it's gonna be it. They resisted! Oh, thank God. Just go. Jump. Next sector. That was too fucking dangerous.